Tired of constantly cleaning your coop? What if I told you that you could reduce the time spent shoveling out waste while actually improving your flock's health and getting free compost in the process? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, that's exactly what the deep litter method does. The deep litter method is a time tested way to manage your poultry coop that not only reduces how often you clean, but also helps create a self sustaining system for your birds. And the best part? It works for chickens and quail as well as for many other poultry types, meaning that no matter the size of your flock, you can benefit from it. In this video, we are going to cover everything you need to know: what a deep litter method actually is, the benefits and why so many poultry keepers swear by it, some potential drawbacks you need to be aware of, as well as how to set it up step by step. So if you're ready to ditch constant coop cleaning and switch to a more efficient system, stick around. So what exactly is the deep litter method? In simple terms, it's a way of managing your poultry's bedding and waste by allowing it to decompose naturally inside the coop. Instead of removing all the litter and waste every few days or weeks, you add pressed layers of bedding on top of the old, allowing beneficial microbes to break down droppings over time. Think of it like composting right inside your coop. The natural breakdown of the bedding and manure creates heat, which not only keeps your coop warmer in winter, but also produces rich compost that you can use for your garden. Unlike traditional coop cleaning, where you have to shovel out everything frequently, with dip litter you only need a full clean out once or twice a year. In between, you simply stir the litter occasionally and add fresh material as needed. Now let's talk about the real reason people use this method, the benefits. And there are a lot. First off, the deep litter method means way less work. Instead of cleaning your coop every week or two, you're just adding bedding and stirring it occasionally. A full cleanout might only be needed twice a year. Not only does this method reduce your workload, but it also creates a healthier environment. The bedding absorbs moisture and neutralizes odor, while beneficial bacteria help break down waste naturally. This prevents harmful ammonia buildup that can irritate your birds' respiratory systems. Another benefit, it helps keep your birds warm in winter. As the bedding and waste break down, it generates heat, making it an excellent natural insulator. Perfect if you live in a colder climate. And if you're a gardener, you're going to love this one. The litter eventually turns into a nutrient-rich compost that you can use for your plants. No more buying expensive fertilizers. Your coop will literally produce black gold for your garden. This method also encourages more natural behaviors. Birds love to scratch and peck through litter, which keeps them entertained and reduces stress, leading to healthier and happier flocks. And if you keep quail, they really love having a deep litter system because it provides them a natural space for dust bathing and scratching around, just like they would in the wild. Alright, we've covered all the great things about the deep litter method, but before you dive in, let's talk about some important considerations. Like any system, deep litter isn't perfect, and if not managed properly, it can cause problems instead of solving them. One of the biggest issues is moisture buildup. If the bedding becomes too wet, it can lead to mold, harmful bacteria, and an increased risk of disease. Proper ventilation and using absorbent materials like pine shavings or straw can prevent this, but it does require some attention. Deep litter relies on good bacteria to break down waste, but if things are in balance, ammonia can build up quickly. If you notice a strong ammonia smell, that means it's time to add more dry bedding and stir the litter to aerate it. Another drawback, it doesn't work equally well everywhere. In damp or humid climates, keeping litter dry enough can be a real challenge. If you live in a region with high humidity, you'll need extra ventilation and may need to turn the litter more often. This isn't an instant solution. You can't just dump in bedding and forget about it. The system takes time to establish, and you'll need to monitor the balance between moisture, aeration, and bedding levels until it stabilizes. But once you get it right, it becomes incredibly low maintenance in the long run. Now that we know the pros and cons, let's get into how to actually set up and maintain your deep litter system. The good news? It's really simple. The key to success is using the right bedding. Pine shavings and straw are excellent choices because they are absorbent and break down well over time. Avoid cedar shavings as they can be harmful to your bird's respiratory system. Start with at least 4 to 6 inches of bedding material, which equals 10 to 15 centimeters. This will create a base layer that absorbs droppings and kickstarts the composting process. One of the best parts, your birds will do a lot of the work for you. Their natural scratching and movement help aerate the bedding, keeping it from compacting. Every couple of weeks, simply add another thin layer of bedding. Think of it like layering a cake. This keeps others down and maintains a healthy balance of fresh and composting material. While the birds help stir things up, you'll need to turn the litter every now and then, especially if you notice damp spots or a strong smell. Finally, after 6 to 12 months, you'll have a fully compost bedding that's perfect for your garden. Just shovel it out, add fresh litter, and start the cycle again. And there you have it, a low maintenance, eco-friendly way to keep your coop cleaner, your birds healthier, and your garden happier. Alright, we've covered how deep litter works, its pros and cons, and how to set it up. Now let's wrap up with some final tips and help you decide if deep litter is the right choice for you. But first, please consider liking the video and subscribing if you are enjoying it. The keys to success with deep litter are choosing the right bedding, maintaining proper ventilation, monitoring moisture levels and adding dry bedding when needed, turning the litter occasionally to prevent ammonia buildup, letting your birds do the work, but also helping if needed. If you are tired of constantly cleaning your coop, deep litter is an excellent way to save time, create compost, and keep your birds healthier. But it's not for everyone. Let's get into who should use deep litter. It is great for those who want low maintenance coop cleaning, people with gardens who can use composted bedding, poultry keepers in cold climates who need natural insulation. But it might not be ideal for those in high humidity areas without good ventilation, for small indoor or urban coops with limited space, as well as for people who prefer a very hands-off approach, since some maintenance is still needed. And that's it. If you're looking for an efficient, low-maintenance way to keep your coop, deep litter might just be the perfect solution.